Where it starts?
Right here.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
With the kids jingle belling.
PlayStation Experience 2017. It's happening.
PlayStation Experience 2017 was once again in sunny, beautiful Anaheim, California. There was quite a bit to do at this year's event. Compared to last year's event with 67 exhibitors and 48 exhibitors for 2015, they had over 80 exhibitors set up and ready for 2017's event. 89 to be exact. Media Molecule, Team Meat, Ubisoft, Naughty Dog, Drinkbox Studios, Devolver Digital. There was definitely something for every PlayStation fan, from AAA franchises to our beloved indie titles. There are a few things that we would love to see changed up for future events. Now, keep in mind, these are our personal opinions, and we hope that you absolutely loved the event from beginning to end. But these are changes that we would like to see implemented for the future. While we love Anaheim and experiencing the event there, we would love to see it travel to various destinations as originally intended. October 10th, 2014, Sid Schumann was excited to announce the very first PlayStation Experience to commemorate PlayStation's 20-year anniversary. In this announcement, he mentioned that attendees would be able to meet the industry's best developers, and this was true for the first couple of events. Fans could spot a multitude of personalities scattered about the show floor. Unfortunately, this year, some of them, such as Neil Druckmann and most of the voice actors, only held panels and stayed in hiding or left altogether afterwards, as far as we were able to see. However, while some of them left or went into hiding, we did get to see quite a few of the regulars that roam the show floor to ensure the fans are getting the most out of their PlayStation experience, such as Sean Layden, Gio Corsi, Sid Schumann, Shuhei Yoshida, and Ryan Clements. It was awesome to see Andrew House walking the floor on his final year as Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO and President. This is the fans' chance to meet heads and various personalities in the industry, and this is a very important aspect of the experience as a whole. Now, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room and talk about the keynotes, or lack thereof. The most displeasing part of what they called exclusive presentation is that it replaced the keynotes that we knew and loved with something that was supposed to be a little more intimate and laid back. The setup looked absolutely beautiful and started creating the hype with the matching constellation and galaxy motif that they went with this year, until seeing the couches in the middle of the stage. It felt evident that Sony didn't really have anything to show because they had previously announced games at Paris Games Week a little over a month prior. The little they had to show was already revealed, and there was really nothing more they could announce. It was a positive addition for those who picked up an early bird pass because those who did were guaranteed a seat. Those who did not obtain an early bird pass had to wait in a line in hopes of being able to get a seat to the presentation. This offers an incentive to pick up your tickets early for the years to come. However, another issue we had about the exclusive presentation is that it was scheduled on the Friday the night before the event began. This could have posed a problem for those who scheduled late night flights for Friday to ensure that they were there for the event on Saturday. The keynotes usually took place on Saturday morning, so this was a major change in events. This also caused a problem for those who had plans on attending the Capcom Cup 2017 qualifier that was also scheduled for Friday night. This can be compared to scheduling a panel at the same time as a presentation. They also usually schedule their events so that way they mesh beautifully with other events going on, such as the Game Awards. So it was a little upsetting that it conflicted with the FGC events. Saturday morning seems more fitting, and it would be great to see them revert back to that next year. If anyone had their fill of the presentation and attempted to leave, they were greeted with a table of t-shirts on their way out. Now, they were not able to collect their shirt, and they were told that they had to wait until the game that the shirt was for was announced. So to get the free shirt that was being offered to those who attended the presentation and were even early bird badge holders, they had to stay for its entirety. Come to find out, the shirt was for Concrete Genie, which was a game that was announced at Paris Games Week. While we are on the topic of t-shirts, I have been very disappointed that they went to only ordering and distributing one size, extra large. I get the reasoning behind ordering a standard size. However, I would like to wear the shirts that I get, and it's walking advertisement for Sony. They offered the choice of sizes the first year and went to standard size starting in 2015. Again, I understand the logic behind it. However, we're not all an extra large, and maybe offering various sizes as a first come, first serve would be an option, or even obtain the shirt size during the registration process. I would just like the ability to wear the shirts, especially the one that comes in the swag bag that I get for purchasing my 2-day early bird pass. Where do we start with the cards and QR codes? First off, don't get me wrong, we love the cards. It just becomes a chore trying to collect them all, and I feel that it takes up all of our time trying to collect all of the cards and scan all of the QR codes that we don't even get to play everything that we'd like to play. Plus, again, the Capcom qualifiers and finals were going on, and we ended up missing out on some of the cards and a few of the codes. We understand the importance of the cards and codes for the exhibitors. They want to ensure that their booths are being visited, but the crazy lines that accumulate around the show floor deter the attendees from wanting to sit down and give the games their much-deserved love and attention because their minds are on what code or card they need next. Gusto even started taking pictures of the QR codes and started a network on Discord where they were sharing the codes that they got. He felt he didn't want to spend a lot of money to come all this way to miss out on things we wanted to do due to the constraints of obtaining the codes and cards. Now, let's talk about what we absolutely loved. I always look forward to picking up merchandise at the PlayStation Gear Store. Every E3 and every PlayStation experience, I am there to pick up some new merch. I love that they finally brought the PlayStation Christmas sweaters to the event because I've had my eye on the pink one for the past couple of years and finally picked it up, along with some other really cool things. The lines are always insane and end up getting capped for the Gear Store. This year, they set up 2 Gear stores mirrored back to back so they had double the lines and double the shopping space. They also opened up a small booth outside that they began to start selling items out of on Friday. There was also a smaller booth inside where all of the PlayStation Gear Store QR codes were located. This year, they offered various places to pick up PlayStation merchandise throughout the event. Having the Capcom Cup moved closer to PlayStation Experience is like having your cake and eating it too. Being able to join the hype of the qualifiers before Sony closes out the event with the Capcom Cup Finals is all part of the experience that truly makes it spectacular. Some of the best times are had meeting and mingling with your favorite fighters in the FGC and hopefully cheering them on in the finals. It's a very personal experience that is like icing on the cake of the entire PlayStation experience. We especially like running into our regular PlayStation personalities that end up remembering us from all of the various events that we attend. It's another time to meet up and say hello. The entire event feels like a PlayStation theme park. Being fans, it feels amazing to be tossed into a wonderland of everything PlayStation, from big towering statues to characters walking around. There's so much hype. And wait, we get to play games too? Not only that, this is our excuse to get away and celebrate our anniversary. So every year you will see us celebrating our anniversary while celebrating PlayStation's anniversary at PlayStation Experience. We'll see you next year.